Oh, good morning. Good afternoon, I should say. Welcome to Man's Talk. We do it each week where we talk about men's stuff and what it's like to be a man in this world. And so pleased that you could join with us this morning for our next episode of Man's Talk. And I've got something I want to talk to you about today. Do you remember when you were a kid and you used to play the stupidest games? Some of you may have seen the movie, one of my favourites, where the boys, Adam Sandler and that, they shoot an arrow in the air and they shoot the arrow straight up. And the last one to move as it comes back down is the winner. Stupid games. I can remember a friend of mine and I sitting at Bull Ants Nest out near Millmerran, and we sat there side by side with our legs spread out like this, and we had a thong each, and in front of us was a bull ant's nest, and we would hit the bull ant's nest and all the ants would come out to attack, and we'd keep hitting ants, and the first one to get bit, well, they were the loser. Do you remember those stupid games? Do you remember playing cricket and you would wrap up the tennis ball in insulation tape so it would swing, and more importantly, when it hit the batsman it would hurt? Do you remember the stupid games we used to play as boys? Brandy with a squash ball and squash rackets. Just ridiculous games, and mums would wonder what we were doing. And you know what, during those games there was always an element of smack talk, wasn't there? You know, the smack talk where you would talk the other bloke down. That's what us men do in this competition places. We would smack talk and we would sledge each other. But there's two words you would never ever do. Where I was come from, you would never say these two words when you were sledging during those silly games, because you would get hurt. And that was the sledge starting out with your mum. You never started a sledge with your mum. Because mums are sacred, weren't they? We would never sledge someone's mother because we knew that was pushing too far. That was going just a little bit too far to sledge a mum. And you remember your mums would have these cracker bits of advice. And I remember growing up and my mum teaching me. She'd say, Paul, be a man of your word. Let your yes be a yes and your no be a no. I've never ever forgotten. And what I didn't realise at the time when I was a kid growing up is it's actually a biblical concept. That Jesus says, let your yes be a yes and your no be a no. Do you know what I reckon the best part of being a man these days is when I see men and their yes is a yes and their no is a no. Your marriage vows, that promise you made, let your yes be a yes and your no be a no. Be a man that when you do a deal and you shake hands, that's a deal. You can take that to the bank because your yes means yes and no means no. Be a man of your word that your yes means yes. When you're parenting and you say no, that means no. Not if the kid does this and this and you'll let it slide because it's easier to do that than it is to be a parent. No means no, mate. Let your yes be a yes and your no be a no. In your vows and your parenting and your job, be an employee that when you say yes to something, your boss knows that's as good as being done. When you're buying a car, when you're buying a house, when you're doing deals, your yes be a yes and your no be a no. Become a man known for his integrity. Become a man known for his answer is his bond. Be a man that when he shakes his hand on a deal, shakes his hand on a statement, when he does a deal, be a man that yes means yes and no means no. And I point out to you that when you be that man, you need to remember that when I say yes to this over here, I am saying no to something else over here. If I'm saying yes to this over here, I'm saying no over here. So if I'm saying, yeah, mate, I'll go out with drinks on Friday afternoon after work, you're saying no to spending that time with your wife that you promise. When you say, yeah, I'll go to that thing on Saturday morning, you're saying no to going watch your child play sport. When you say yes to something over here, you're always saying no over here. And that's why it's just as important that your no be a no as your yes be a yes. Because when people ask you for something over here and you say no, you're saying yes over here. No, I can't come out on Friday night. Yes, wife, I can go out on our date night. No, I can't come to that party on Saturday afternoon. Yes, I can go to my daughter's recital that I promised that I would go to. So, men, I want to encourage you today, with everything that I have, be men. Be a man of integrity. A man of integrity where your yes means yes and your no means no. And have the courage to say no to things over here that mean you can say yes to your family, yes to your wife, yes to your children, yes to the people in your life that matter. That when I say, yes, I'll do overtime every night this week, I'm saying, no, I can't read my daughter a story at bedtime every night. Remember that when you say yes here, it has an opposite effect over here. I really want to encourage you in that, particularly those who have got children and parenting in those early stages, that as a parent, let your yes be a yes and your no be a no. That when you say no to something out here, you're saying yes to your children. Men, honour your marriage vows. It says that you'll be faithful. Faithful. Honour it. Your yes be a yes. Don't do the wrong thing. Don't let a moment of stupidity ruin your whole life because you fail to be a man of integrity where your yes means yes. Well, men, that's men's talk this week. A bit rough today, isn't it? But let your yes be a yes and your no be a no. Well, Ben, I'll see you next time in Men's Talk. Keep going, brothers.